welcome to Grave Confessions, where the truth never stays buried. My name is Brooke.
My name is Savannah.
Hey, I'm Adriana.
And today we are meeting, all three of us, for the first time.
Yeah.
We're already best friends.
Yeah.
Already.
The group chat has
Pop
blown up. Yeah. It's been great.
And if you know me, you may have heard at least my voice before on a former podcast, but making some changes, getting some new hosts, a name change.
New girly.
And yeah, a whole new makeover. I'm going to say a glow up.
A glow
A
up.
glow up for sure. Hot ghoul glow
What?
up.
Okay, so what is this?
Clock it.
Clock it.
Clock it.
That I feel
Clock it.
so old.
I know that because I have an 11-year-old. So
I
I
have
know that because I'm in nursing school.
an almost 13-year-old. I know 6, 7.
I don't know what that means, but
I don't know what that means.
I've been seeing this and I'm like,
clock it, girl.
the fuck is this?
Clock it.
Because you did it. And I'm like,
I was going to do it,
That's
but I
new.
don't want you guys to do it.
My daughter does it all the time. And I'm like, okay. Like,
I kind of like it. But
It's
I'm
cool.
like, am I using it right?
I feel so silly doing it because I'm 32 years old and I'm like,
So, like, if you say something like, I don't know, like something that's really cool, like, I'm just going
We're
to use
starting a new podcast.
clock it. Or like,
So is it like the same as, don't laugh at this. Is it the same as,
I don't know. Is it the same? I think,
I think it's kind of like, maybe it's similar to
the
bet.
vocal stem.
Like bet.
bet?
Or like, no.
God,
'cause
my vocal stems are so bad.
bet is like, yeah, mine's like very much SpongeBob vocal stuff.
Yeah. I've come for your pickle.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
But clock it is like something that's exciting or like good or like, okay, girl, clock it. Like I passed my test to the 100. Okay, clock it.
Period.
Period. It's
Okay,
period.
okay,
Yes,
period.
period. Yeah, period poo.
Okay.
Period poo. I forgot about period poo.
I feel so old right now.
So,
We are old.
Yeah.
but I think about when I was 11 and our thing was like, nah, duh.
I don't know what we did when I was 11.
My God, that
remember.
brain. We did a duh.
A duh.
A duh.
I don't remember. Somebody in the
That's
age,
probably so offensive now. I'm sorry.
So stupid.
yeah, somebody in the age bracket of 25 to 28. Please let me know what we did because I don't remember.
I don't remember a lot of my childhood. so-
I remember the Harlem Shake. That was like my freshman
Oh my God.
year
I
of high
remember the
school.
Harlem Shake.
That's
what
when
was
Vine was like popular.
we had planking.
Planking, yes, there's pictures of me planking all over.
I never planked.
I never planked either.
I
had
wasn't
an
doing
ex
it.
that planked. But yeah, I feel really old. And I'm like 6, 7 has been the big thing in our house.
So,
I guess.
And bra.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Lane's on.
Bruh.
My daughter's on bruh.
I have 2 sisters and one's 11 and one's 16. And
Wow, age gap.
yeah, shout out to my mom. Dolores knows what's up.
Dolores!
That's not her. That's her government name. I didn't want to like throw her out there on the table, but she'll love it. I pretty much have like we've all been like kind of like only children. And then like I have like
Yeah, with that age gap.
yeah, and then I have like my own single best friends. Like the youngest one, we like do all kinds of stuff together, but she's like starting to get sassy. And then like when my middle sister was born, we did not get along, but now we're like homies. And the conversations we've been having lately are just off the wall. But I'm here for it.
So we're gonna rein it in a
Yes.
little bit.
Sorry, we're yappers.
Yapping.
It's okay. But
All right, y'all, let's do it.
we're gonna bring the mood down.
Dude,
I wish I could dim my lights.
Rain it
Dim
in.
the light.
like my day at work,
I wish we had that sound from like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire when it's like, doo, 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 doo.
and the lights go.
And
I would like to be a millionaire.
If I could make this like a full blown studio, that would be amazing.
Hey, that could be the goal. That could be.
First things first, a door.
I'll toss some
Sure.
funds in on that.
Yeah, well, I'll throw some money in. If I could
A
just like you know,
Door would be nice.
yeah, we could do a curtain.
My cats would eat it.
Oh, they would. Remember those like
The climate.
those beaded?
I had
those
So I had vines with the twinkle lights on. Fucking ate them.
bastards. I was thinking about like those old school like
The chain doors, like the gypsy chain, like
yeah,
beads.
The beads
The
with the suns and the
beads.
moons and the
Yes.
stars.
Yeah, that would be my vibe all the time.
me too. That's me.
Dark and gloomy and gypsy.
I'm very much like I love hot pink and all the things, but also police officers. So like,
All right. Well, we're going to talk about some police officers a little bit. They sprinkle in.
yeah, always we have some. We love the police.
We sprinkle a little police in here.
And did.
First, we're going to talk about a victim, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about the victimer.
The victimer.
We're going to talk about Meredith Hope Emerson, and she was born June 20th of 1983 to parents David Lloyd and Susan Hope Emerson. And she had one brother. She attended the University of Georgia, where she graduated with honors in French.
Go dogs.
Okay. What is it? Clock it.
Clock it. I said go dogs. I hope that's right.
I don't know. I don't know Georgia.
Okay.
She was a recipient of many scholarship awards for her French studies.
Wow.
She was a member of Delta. I'm going to say this so wrong. I'm not a fraternity person. Fraternity?
Sorority.
Maybe I can help you.
None of those.
Okay.
I didn't go to college, so.
That's all right.
Delta Epsilon Lambda.
Never heard that one, but okay.
She was also a member of Honor Society, French Honor Society, and a blue belt and Aikido.
Okay.
Get it, girl.
God.
I think it's like a type of taekwondo, karate. You can't show that for free either, Sassy.
You can hear her purring.
Probably.
If you do, you're welcome. She's at my mic right now.
So she is an honorary member of the podcast. And on New Year's Day of 2008, she had plans to spend the day with her boyfriend, but after an altercation, Meredith decided to go on a hike with her dog Ella in Blood Mountain. On January 2nd, Meredith failed to show up to work without calling in, so her work called her house and checked in with her roommate to figure out what was going on. Her roommate became worried as this was very unusual behavior for Meredith and reported her missing. And it seemed like that she would have been the type to like make sure that she called into work.
Mm-hmm.
That's
really had her shit together.
Yeah.
No call, no show. That's not good.
A hospital that would have been like, boom, you done.
They say you got two, but
No.
Hey, shout out to all the healthcare girlies. It's Nurses Week coming up this week, by the way. Sorry, I didn't mean to throw that in there, but
It's okay. We got a week for SPD, but it's nowhere near Nurses Week.
Man, there's so many freebies this week. I'll just take everybody out and about.
So Meredith had left a note before leaving stating, taking Ella hiking. I hope you had fun. But they weren't exactly sure where she had gone hiking at. She was notorious for taking different hiking trails in different mountain areas.
Okay. No, it's not.
I mean, she left a note, so we got to give her credit for that.
We knew she was hiking,
she
but
was
just didn't know
This
where
was
they were hiking.
the land before Life 360.
Yeah.
I use that shit all the time.
Yes, my family has it, and it's nice to have for sure.
Her boyfriend and her friends did start searching in her common hiked areas. And the same day she had been reporting missing, her boyfriend found her car and her belongings in the Blood Mountain trailhead area.
I want to know why it's been named Blood Mountain. Sorry.
I looked it up briefly and I can't remember why.
Oh, that's right.
Her dog Ella was picked up on January 4th in a grocery store parking lot roughly 50 miles from where Meredith had been hiking.
50 miles?
A witness had seen Meredith on the trails as she had passed an older man who was walking the same trail, who was also walking a dog. And that's the last we know of Meredith. Right now, we're going to talk about some other victims. Cheryl Hodges Dunlap was born November 18th, 1961 in Tallahassee, Florida. She was a graduate of a nursing program from the Tallahassee Community College and became a registered nurse at the Thagard Student Health Center at Florida State University.
Nice.
She was an active member of her church and served on several mission trips to China, Haiti, and Mexico. So she was also a big doer.
Yeah.
I would love to go on a mission trip.
Doer and goer.
After Hurricane Ivan, she served as part of the relief support. She was a divorced mother and a grandmother. And on December 1st, 2007, Cheryl went hiking alone in the Apalachicola National Forest in Florida, which she did regularly. She had spoke to a friend at about 10 a.m. and had made plans to meet her for dinner that evening. She had some errands to run before making her hiking trip, but when she didn't show up for her dinner plans without canceling, this was very concerning behavior. So we got two big doers that seemed to like
follow through with
without
God bless.
Sorry.
They were not the type to not follow through without saying anything.
Right. They would show up.
More than I can say about myself.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
I'm so sorry for the people around me.
Yeah, me too.
December 2nd, 2007, she did not attend church. And by December 3rd, when she did not show up for work, her friend had gone to her home to try and check in on her. Which, good
Yeah.
good friends. Good
Yeah.
looking out.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people like,
That wouldn't care.
yeah, like they don't hear from you for days and then you're on the floor somewhere or something. It happens all the time.
And just leave me there.
Find the ones where your silence is the loudest to them.
So Cheryl's dog was in the home, but Cheryl was not. And that is when she was reported missing. When Cheryl's car was found, it was parked close to a wooded area to the right, and the right rear tire was intentionally deflated, but the rest of the car was undamaged. The day after she had been reported missing, her ATM card was used to withdraw money. This person was not Cheryl, though they did have her PIN, and made 3 withdrawals in 3 consecutive days from December 2nd to December 4th, totaling $700, and 2 more attempts were made but declined because they exceeded the ATM withdrawal limits.
Nobody would be getting any money out of mine.
No, $5. That's about it.
I have $3.
ATM security footage showed a man using the ATM card. He was dressed in long sleeve glasses, a hat, and had a holster on his left side. During his first 2 withdrawals, the man hid his face with a mask made out of medical tape, and on the last withdrawal, the man covered his face with a cloth. After extensive searching, her headless and handless torso was found by hunters on December 15th, 2007.
Headless and handless?
Yeah.
So she had her limb.
Are you okay?
Was the other girl headless and handless?
We didn't discuss that yet.
I was thinking that too. So her head was gone. She had her arms, but her hands were gone.
You know what that makes me think of?
Her arms
not-
were cut off. Her legs.
Black Dahlia.
Yeah, me too. Or the Black Dahlia, I guess.
No, this sound on TikTok, her hands were cut off. Her head was cut off.
That's what I was thinking, but I didn't want to interrupt again, so.
But it's not funny.
It is, my gosh,
I'm not
no.
laughing at the
It's
victim.
not funny.
No, we are. Oh my gosh, never.
I'm laughing at my brain's train of thought.
We do this to advocate for them, not laugh at them.
So on January 9th, 2008, so her headless and handless body was found on December 15th. On January 9th, 2008, investigators found what they believed to be Cheryl's head and hands. The bones were recovered from a fire pit in the area that was about 6 to 7 miles from where her torso had been found, but the bones were so damaged no DNA could be pulled to confirm if the bones were Cheryl's or not.
So damaged.
Be able to do anything. Yeah.
Like, holy moly.
Irene and John Bryant. This is going to be a sad one. I'm so sorry.
I mean, they're all sad, but.
Irene Bryant was born April 15th, 1923, and John Jack Bryant was born on October 29th, 1926. Jack was a World War II veteran. After his service, he left active duty in 1947. On a blind date, he met Irene Woods, and on July 9th, 1949, they married and remained married for 58 years.
I love love. I see so many people like that have been together for that long, and I'm just like, oh my God.
The two had 4 children together and made a home. And this is just trying to get me with all these names. Scantiletals, New York. I'm so sorry if anybody lives there.
Sorry, New York.
Sorry. Jack received a law degree in 1961 and Jack opened a private practice.
Wow.
Irene was an avid gardener, quilter, cook, and loved to travel and hike and owned her own large animal vet clinic.
Right in my heart. Oh my God. If you know me, you know I wanted to be a vet, so.
They were just the sweetest little couple ever. October 21st, 2007, John and Irene went hiking in the Pink Beds Loop Trail in Pisgah National Forest in North Carolina.
Okay.
When their family members hadn't heard from John and Irene by early November, their son Bob flew home to check on them. So not just calling to check in. He literally hopped on a plane.
Shoot.
And was like, Mom and Dad, I'm coming for you.
I mean, I'm trying to think about how to say this the right way. We get so many patients where they've been left on the floor for days on end and somebody finally finds them. Like their kids don't hear from them for days on end. Then they go to look for them. If I didn't hear from my mom for a day, I'd be like, call the police, call the squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just so sad.
Yeah.
We're just really like close, and I'm also like, I live on the property too, so.
Yeah, I can't go.
Mm.
Even if we don't talk on the phone, me and my mom text at least daily.
Oh yeah, like I was
Something.
telling her, I was texting her and sending her snaps when we were sitting down, like, God, Mom.
And my dad was my best friend. My dad passed away in 2020, but he was my best friend. Loved him so much. But one day I decided to wake up early for some reason at 5 a.m. and stayed up This was 6 years ago, probably 6, 7 years ago. And I'm like, my
Exactly.
daughter did that to me earlier today too.
sorry.
But I tried to call him because I'm like, I'm up. I know he's up. So I'm going to just call his app. We'll chit chat for a little while. And he wasn't answering the phone. So then I waited and he never called me back. So I called again. He didn't answer the phone. And I called again. He didn't answer the phone. And then he just wasn't answering the phone. So I called the police down in Mississippi.
No.
And I was like, can you do a wellness check on my dad? Because he's not answering the phone. And he had a heart problem.
I was wondering if it was COVID because you said 2020.
No, it wasn't COVID. It was a heart thing. But so they went and did a wellness check and they were like, they called me back and they're like, nobody answered the door. And I'm like, excuse me? I was like, what cars are in the driveway? And they told me and I was like, okay, well, his car's gone. So where the fuck is he? And he was at the VA for one of his appointments. And like he finally calls me back. I was like, I called the police to do a wellness check on you. And then every time after that, when I would call and he didn't answer, he goes, you didn't call law on me, then, did you?
Well, you pretty much sent the military after him at that point.
At that point,
my dad and I have a good
pick up the
relationship
phone.
too. I get mad at him. He goes to the hospital and will have like SVT and then never tells me about it. I'm like, Dad, you got cardioverted today and you didn't tell me? What?
I think the whole point of this was check in on your loved one.
Yes, for sure.
Always check on.
Call for a wellness check when they're at the doctor.
Call me, meet me.
If you want to beat me.
If you want to beat me. Yeah.
No, call me, beat me if you want to reach me.
Yeah. You kind of remind me of Kim Possible.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, really? Okay, let's get back to it.
All right. So, yeah, there's the whole point of this was checking on your loved ones because Bob even flew home. Like, there's no excuse.
Exactly.
If he can fly home just to check in on his parents, you can pick up the phone.
100%.
So their homes seemed to be in order, but they were not there, but their backpacks were missing as well. He reported his parents missing and police began searching for them in the last area they were known to be at, which was the Pisgah National Forest. Police found the couple's red Ford Escape abandoned off of Highway 276. After 3 days of searching for the couple, police discovered that on the day they had gone missing, a 911 call had come in around 4 p.m. from Irene's cell phone, but the call had dropped due to poor signal. A day after this call came in on October 22nd, 2007 at 7:37 p.m. Their ATM was used 75 miles away from Ducktown, Tennessee, with a withdrawal of $300. On November 9th, a decomposing body of a female was found only 25 yards from where the couple's Ford Escape was. So they had gone missing. What day did I say? October 21st of 2007. And the body was found on November 9th of 2007.
How many days is that?
I don't know. You're asking math.
But you said 25 yards. That's really not that far. What is it, like 3 feet in a yard or something?
Don't ask me math.
I know. I'm just trying to think of like how close they were to their vehicle. Maybe they were being like, somebody was chasing them or like.
I don't know math, but it's only one body. It's a female body.
Yes. Okay. Chasing her.
The body had pants on, t-shirt, bra, white socks, a white sock, a blue sock, and a hiking boot on her left foot. A right boot and a long sleeve shirt were discovered nearby the body. The body was identified as Irene, and the autopsy showed that she had died from blunt force trauma to the head. She had suffered several blows to the head, fracturing her skull multiple times. Her left arm and multiple fingers were broken, and at this time, there were no signs of John.
Okay.
February 2nd, 2008, a hunter found human remains in tattered clothing in an illegal dumping ground near Nantahala. Hopefully I got that right.
I think that's right.
National Forest in Macomb County.
Are they close to each other?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Because we're in multiple national forests.
That's what I was thinking. So, yeah.
All over the place.
So
I'm assuming we're still in Tennessee because I didn't say.
She was found in Tennessee, but they went hiking in North Carolina, right?
I think so.
I
The
thought
first
they went
one was
hiking in Florida.
That was the first one.
That was the first one, yeah.
The first one was Florida.
Yeah.
I thought they were in Florida.
The state medical examiner identified the remains to be John Bryant by his pacemaker and dental records.
The pacer. Wow.
Serial numbers.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Did you know there's serial numbers on boob implants?
Yes.
Hip joint implants.
I mean, it's on all of them, but the boob implants get me that you can be identified after murder if you have boob implants.
Plastic surgery ladies and gentlemen, you can get other implants too. They probably have numbers on those too.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. Now, Rosanna Milani. She was 29 years old when she was last seen at the Ramada Inn in Cherokee, North Carolina, where she was on vacation on December 7th, 2005. She had called her father that day and told him she was going hiking in the Appalachian Trail. Now, I don't know the proper way to say it, if it's Appalachian or Appalachian.
I always heard
both ways.
Appalachian.
I think it's Appalachian or Appalachian. I don't know, because I think it just depends on how you were raised, maybe the dialect,
And
or
then where you're at.
where your family's from. Because I got family from West Virginia, and I think they say Appalachia. I don't know how they say it, but
So don't come at me for saying it
yes,
wrong.
we love y'all equally.
I say a lot of shit wrong, so please don't yell at me. When she disappeared, none of her belongings were found and her bank account remained untouched until December 31st, when money was deposited into her bank account.
Deposited.
On the second anniversary of her disappearance, a store clerk saw her story on the news and told police she recalled selling a backpack to her, and she was with a man who claimed he was a traveling preacher.
Oh boy.
She stated that Rosanna seemed to be nervous.
2 years later?
Yep. Well, 2 years later, there was a news broadcast about her.
She
on
saw
the
it and
anniversary.
remembered. That is
Yeah.
crazy. Like remembering something so distinctive like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't remember. I don't even
I don't
remember what I
think
have for
after 2
breakfast.
years.
Yeah, after
Yeah.
2 years, but that really shows you how maybe really weird the situation.
Yeah, because you were just about to start saying that she was acting nervous or like uneasy.
So
And
maybe,
yeah, some of those things you might not think are like important at the time, but then that like one little trigger would be like, well, shit, I saw that.
I guess there are some situations I have been in, and I could probably still remember and describe it because it like jarred me to my bones. Like, so it makes sense.
June
All right.
2009, a sketch of the man who was seen with her was released. Got more victims.
Wow.
Michael Scott Lewis, not from The Office.
That's what I was thinking.
I know.
Prison Mike.
December 6, 2007, the torso and legs of 27-year-old Michael Scott Lewis were discovered in a black plastic bag on the bank of Tomoka River in Tomoka State Park. His head was never located.
And it seems like it's going back and forth. Some situations are always like mainly female or mainly male, but this is both genders.
Yeah.
But some he's dismembering and some he's not.
Yep.
Yeah. Where's the heads going?
Judy Smith. In April of 1997, 50-year-old Judy Smith went with her husband, Jeffrey Smith, to a conference. Her husband was a rep at this specific conference, and it was the couple's first trip together in the 10 years they were married.
Don't do that.
They arrived on April 9th, and on April 10th, she told her husband she was going sightseeing around Philadelphia while he was working. She was going to meet him back at the hotel at around 5:30 p.m. because they had plans to go to a cocktail party at 6 p.m. Get it?
Yeah, clock it. But she went sightseeing by herself on their first trip together?
He was working. It was a work trip for him.
Right. Okay. I'm following now. I was like, wait, why didn't they go together?
When he arrived back at the hotel at 5:30 p.m., Judy was not there. He went down to the party, assuming she went ahead without him, but she was not there. And that would be my first clue. I'm not going to go to a party without the person that knows most of the people at the party.
Yeah.
That's extroverts for you.
Actually, if you know me, I will talk to a stranger in an airport. So I might actually.
Don't do that.
No, but I'm aware. I'm aware of I'm cool with like I'm not telling them things, but like I'll smile. at
Still,
somebody.
he can just up and unalive you.
In the hospital or in the
airport.
In the airport.
You
They got
don't
TSA
know.
at the airport, but you're fine.
Well, are they still out right now? I thought TSA was on hold. But I'm very friendly. I'm extroverted. I will get out and talk. I'll talk to a snowman. So, like, I might show up to a party without the person I'm supposed to be with.
I'm an extroverted
Not going
introvert.
to a party with you.
Right.
I cannot go to I can go to a party by myself, but if I don't know anybody that's going to be there, I'm not going to go without the person that knows the people that's going to be there.
Yeah.
She did not go to this party by herself. He assumed she did. And I'm wondering if would that have been typical behavior for her to just go to a party by herself? Because it
could have been like me,
How
Yeah,
well did he
extroverted.
know his wife if that was not a typical behavior
Right.
to go? But she was not there. She did not go by herself. All of her belongings were still in the hotel room. And so he went to police to file a missing persons report, but he was dismissed since she had not been missing for 24 hours, which I think that is such a stupid rule.
I hate that. I hate it. Okay, I could see like maybe an hour or two, but like if you know somebody well enough, and I know people might they think it's going to use up resources, and we do have a shortage of police officers and people that are going to do that job, but it's always better to be like that show, First 48. Like, we got to get stuff done, you know? Like,
Yeah.
and I used to, I think it was a thing with children too. Missing children would be like, we got to wait 24 hours. Man, if my kid is gone.
Well, and usually what happens within like the first 48 hours.
Exactly.
Right,
So
yeah.
you already lost 24.
Yeah. Especially with kids, if they're not found within that first couple hours,
Yeah.
then it's typically not a good sign.
No, especially with children, we need to up the antics.
We need to do better in
especially
general.
in
Better.
this country.
Yeah, that always pissed me off because my thought process was like, if they're not responding, not answering messages, an hour trip is now taking like 5 hours, then yeah, we need to move. But I think it was morbid that I was listening to, that they had a good point on it. I'd rather use the resources
Exactly.
and come out like looking stupid because they're fine than not do anything.
Then
And-
be too late.
100%. Like, why would you not? That's what the resources are there for. And I think many, many detectives and officers and people involved I think many would like to see resources used more because it might solve more situations, more cold cases, more things that go unsolved because they don't hear about them for days on end.
We just need to do better in certain areas.
Mm-hmm.
But Jeff did do the right thing here. He pulled his husbandly duties. He used some of the connections he had and went to the Philadelphia mayor at the time, Ed Rendell, and former House of Representatives John Purcell, who were attendants at the conference that he was in, and got them to open an investigation. So
What conference was this?
I don't know. But I mean, hey, if you got those connections,
Please use them.
use them.
Never
use
be
them.
afraid to use your connections for anything.
So they did discover that a witness spotted Judy the day she went missing at the Greyhound station. A lot of witness accounts and spottings of Judy came forward, but none of them led to her whereabouts. Jeffrey was looked into as a suspect and was never officially cleared in the investigation.
Well,
But
yeah,
that's
'cause
unfortunate.
that is, I don't know, we haven't continued talking, but you also,
April 1997. So now we're in September. September 7th, 1997, a father and son who were hunting in North Carolina in the Pisgah National Forest found human remains and some personal items scattered around the woods near the body. Most of the bones were wrapped in a blue blanket and buried in a shallow grave. With the remains was $167, a blue and black backpack, some clothes, a wedding ring, and a pair of sunglasses. The remains were believed to be between 40 to 55-year-old woman with arthritic knees, and officials were able to assume the cause of death was being stabbed to death due to cutting marks in the clothing and along the bones. Dental records were able to confirm the body was Judy Smith, who was 50 years old at the time of her death. Jeff was eventually ruled out due to severe health problems that would have made it difficult to dispose of her body. He passed away in 2005.
Ooh, sad.
that is so sad.
We haven't even gotten to the main guy yet. Jason Andrew Knapp was 20 years old when he was last seen near his apartment in Clemson, South Carolina on Easter Sunday, April 11th, 1998. He had rented some movies to watch with his roommates that evening, and after about 10:30 p.m. that night, he was never seen again. When Jason had not shown up for ROTC training for several days, his friends had become concerned and called his apartment. His roommates had also not seen him for several days, and they were concerned on where he was. They had originally thought he had just taken a few days off of school. April 17th, 1998, Jason had not yet returned to his apartment, so his roommates contacted his mother, where she immediately called police and went to his apartment herself. His car was located on April 21st at Table Rock State Park, 30 miles from his apartment. Inside the car, authorities found a park pass that was bought between 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. on April 12th, a receipt from Wendy's bought that same day around 1:30 p.m., and a store receipt. I would have gone to Taco Bell, but Wendy's works.
Yeah, you would find me with a Taco Bell or Pulp. Pulp's my new thing right now.
Never been.
Protein packer, we'll get it.
I like a good pulp.
There's a new one opening in my town.
Buffalo chicken wrap.
Yes, so good.
I have to try it.
We'll do it tonight.
Roughly 3,400 man-hours were spent searching for Jason, but there was no evidence found of Jason ever being at the park besides the car being parked there. Now we're going to talk about Gary Michael Hilton. He was born November 22nd, 1946 in Atlanta, Georgia. His father was in the Army in the Medical Corps, and his parents divorced, and he and his mom moved to Florida. His mother remarried when Hilton turned 9, and his father treated him and his mother poorly. When he was 14, after an argument between him and his stepfather, he pulled a gun on his stepfather.
Oh my.
His stepfather taunted Hilton and told him, "Just shoot me," and Hilton did.
Walk around, find out.
His stepfather survived the gunshot, and Hilton was arrested.
What?
Well, he said to shoot him.
Yeah.
Come on now.
At 17, Hilton joined the Army, and he volunteered to become a paratrooper and attended airborne school in Fort Benning, Georgia.
Okay.
After the Army, he attended school and to become a pilot. Hilton married twice, but both marriages ended in failure. He never established a stable career or permanent living. He became a drifter, living in places across the Southeast like Florida, Georgia, and North Carolina. He committed minor crimes such as theft and lived out of his car for periods of time or spent a lot of his time in national forests.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Wink, wink. That's not winking, that's blinking. Bad.
It worked.
Connecting the dots. Get the red string.
Yep. I like a big red string board.
That would be cool for like
A motif.
Yeah.
Decorum. Well, he gained extensive knowledge of the hiking trails and wilderness areas in the Southeast. He knew his way around.
Sounds like it.
Interesting.
After the disappearance of Meredith, witnesses came forward reporting they had seen Meredith arguing with an older man with a scruffy appearance. Do we remember Meredith? It was
The first one?
The first one in
first
Florida, because
first
right.
one we talked about.
Okay.
This witness was able to give a description of the man he had seen on the trail with Meredith. Not long after this, Meredith was caught on surveillance video at an ATM withdrawing money, and with her was a man fitting the description of the witness. On January 1st, 2007, a man was seen at ATM surveillance in Blairsville, Georgia, with Meredith Emerson's debit card, trying to withdraw money using an incorrect PIN. That same day at 9 p.m., the man was caught at another ATM surveillance using Meredith's card, again with the incorrect PIN. On January 2nd, around 8 p.m., the same thing happened. On January 3rd, Hilton called his former employer, John Tabor, to ask for money, and Tabor had stated that he would leave a check for him at one of his offices for him to pick up the next day. Tabor had actually been suspicious of Hilton after seeing in the news a sketch from an eyewitness who had seen Hilton with Meredith, as well as information about his vehicle and the dog that was with this man.
Suspicious, and you didn't say anything?
Sounds like a trap.
We're getting there.
Okay.
We're getting there. Tabor knew that Hilton frequently hiked and carried a baton for protection. He also knew that Hilton drove an older white van and had a dog.
Of course, it was a white van.
Tabor had already contacted police with Hilton's name, van description, and license plate number before Hilton had called about the money.
Okay, sorry.
After he called about the money, Tabor reached back out to police to set up Hilton.
What a man.
But unfortunately, Hilton never showed up to pick up the check.
He knew.
Foul.
On January 4th, the day that Meredith's dog Ella was located, Hilton was also supposed to pick up a check and the day that Hilton was also supposed to pick up the check, he made a call to a former friend, Sean Stewart, asking for money. Stewart called the tip line for police and told them that he had known Hilton for nearly 30 years and let police know that Hilton had reached out and asked for money. They gave police the phone number that appeared on the caller ID, and they were able to track the phone number to a payphone at the Quick Trip, which was across the street from where Ella's dog had been found. So the dog did not run that far.
Took the dog.
He took
the dog and Meredith. The employees of the Quick Trip confirmed that it was Gary Hilton that was there and used the phone. They also informed police that he was seen cleaning out the back of his van, throwing away stuff in the dumpster next door. When the police went through the dumpster, they found a white garbage bag that inside had a black leather woman's wallet with Meredith Emerson's license, several pieces of paperwork with Emerson's name on them, a fleece pullover covered in dirt and hair in it that Emerson was seen wearing, a sweater that also had traces of blood on it, a blue sweater that had tested positive for blood, a U.S. Forest Service warning citation that was issued December 28, 2007 at 12:45 p.m. issued to Gary Hilton.
He threw her ID away and something with his name on it.
Uh-huh.
Like seriously? We obviously
In the same bag.
in the same. Okay. Well, good. I'm glad he did. But
It was issued due to driving on closed roads and camping in unauthorized places in the National Forest in Florida. There was also metal chains and blood-stained nylon rope. At around 8 p.m., DeKalb 911 received a call about a person cleaning out a white van at a car wash. They thought the person looked similar to one that was connected to the disappearance in Blood Mountain. The 911 dispatcher informed the caller that police were on their way, and the caller stated, "I can grab him for you if you want me to."
what a man.
He didn't need to, however. Police arrived on the scene and the man was arrested. It was Gary Michael Hilton, but Meredith, who was still missing at the time, was not in the van. Hilton was not cooperative with police and recited his Miranda rights to himself before police had the chance to.
Good job for memorizing them.
After Hilton's arrest, Meredith Emerson's dog Ella was reunited to Meredith's parents.
That's good. That's good.
January 8th, police interviewed Hilton, and he informed them that they would find Meredith's body in Dawson Forest. When they arrived to where Hilton said her body was, they found a nude, decapitated body of Meredith Emerson right where Hilton said she would be. After his arrest and the finding of Meredith's body, he confessed to the murders of John Bryant and Cheryl Dunlap. He admitted that he targeted hikers isolated in the wilderness areas where they were alone and far from help. Hilton faced trials in multiple states, including Georgia, North Carolina, and Florida. 2008, in Georgia, he faced trial for the murder of Meredith Emerson, and instead of going to jury trial, he accepted a plea deal. In the plea deal, he would plead guilty for the Meredith's murder, reveal the location of Meredith's body, and give information about what happened. Hilton admitted that he encountered Meredith on Blood Mountain New Year's Day in 2008 and abducted her at knife point. He held her for several days and attempted to steal her money through ATM withdrawals. It was discovered that she remained alive longest because she had given him incorrect PIN to buy more time for police. After several days in captivity, he killed her in the woods where her body was located. He was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 30 years.
He
2011.
got the possibility of parole after murdering all those
He's
people?
not going to see it.
He won't,
Because
but-
after, even if he gets paroled, he still has to serve for
After
other
30
trials.
Even just
that
being
was just for
afforded
the-
that.
That was just for one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, after 30 years, he might get out. Okay.
2011, Transylvania County, North Carolina. He went to trial for the murders in Pisgah National Forest for John and Irene Bryant. He confessed to the murders of John Bryant and had records showing that he used Bryant's debit card to withdraw money from Bryant's bank account. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Here we go.
There it is.
Also in 2011, in Leon County, Florida, he faced capital punishment for the murder of Cheryl Dunlap. In this trial, Hilton was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to death. This is now where he remains on Florida's death row at the Union Correctional Institution. Here, he is also serving the sentences for Georgia and North Carolina, but because the death sentence in Florida maintains primary custody.
How long's he been on death row?
Since 2011.
Why? And I'm just throwing this out there for some chit chat. Why do people get death sentence and then they're on
They
death row
sit.
for like 45 years? Do
Yeah.
they only like execute people like once every 6 months or like
I don't know.
like
I don't-
truthfully? Like I've always been,
But I
like,
know that, like, Bundy,
I was about to say, I
while
don't-
he was on death row, they used that time to get
more information.
more information from him.
Sure, fair enough. I feel like it should have a limit.
So I
you know?
think, I mean, we don't know how many people he's actually murdered.
Yeah,
So maybe
right.
they're using that too.
Well, like they
to-
just speaking of Bundy, they just found another victim. that
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
related to him. So like you never. It just makes you wonder. Like okay,
But yeah, I mean, if you have the chance to get as much information as you can, and
Yeah.
obviously they have nothing to lose, so that's the time that they're probably going to talk.
yeah.
Mhm.
Like well, you only got 5 years left, so you better get to yapping.
But yeah, I don't know why some of them are held on death row for so long.
It has to be pending investigations or something, like you said. Like maybe I'll look into that because
Yeah. That's
The
a
one
good
girl
question.
that is up for death row in Tennessee, the only female on
Yeah.
death row in Tennessee, she is actually going up for her execution date
Mm.
this year, but she was supposed to get it back in like the 90s, but it keeps getting postponed because of keeps fighting it.
Yeah.
I think if they apply appeals or something.
Yeah, she kept doing that. And then it got postponed again because of coronavirus.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, well.
But she admits that she thinks that she will never see her execution date because she keeps pulling that and pushing it
She's
back.
playing the system.
Yeah.
And they should be like, listen, I guess they can't limit how many appeals because there are people that are wrongly accused of things. And
She's not wrongly accused.
of course, but
she done did it. But yeah, I don't know why they sit on death row for so long. If anybody has any information about that,
let us know.
Please tell us.
I always have to know a why. I'm a very pathophys kind of person.
Yeah, I like a why.
I'm a why.
I don't like the unanswered.
No, my mom probably hated that as a kid.
You
I'm
were
just
with
nosy.
who?
I'm just a
You were
nosy
where?
girl.
With
who?
Why you asking all them questions? Why you asking?
To going back to things from high school.
Right. Making statements. Assume.
That was my favorite. Assuming?
We had my mom's best friend had a brother who could make that face so funny. Shout out Sean. But like I've never seen anybody else make that face so funny. It was perfect. Like he would literally do the
that
whole.
was a blast from the past. Yeah, if you happen to know anything about how the death sentence works in death row or anything like that, Ohio has death? They have capital punishment.
Does Ohio have capital?
Yeah,
Hold on.
the people that were on death row that were sentenced in Mansfield prison when their execution would come up, they were sent to Ohio Penitentiary.
Yes, Ohio does have the death penalty, but informal mortuarium has been in place since 2020. Now, while no executions are currently being scheduled, here we go. While over 100 individuals remain on death row, oh Jesus, here we go. Governor Mike DeWine halted executions due to difficulties in obtaining lethal injection drugs, resulting in a standstill on capital punishment since 2018. As of April 2026, there are 113 death row inmates on death row, which
just in Ohio? Or okay.
So
there's a shortage of every type of medicine right now, like heparin and everything.
Ow.
But they have a shortage on like potassium and stuff. I don't know.
Well, and what gets me is so the executioner is not a doctor.
Yeah, who does?
Because it goes against doctors'
patient
Hippocratic oath.
Yes.
To do no harm.
Do no harm. It's kind of like the assisted.
So, did the person that signs up to become an executioner just become a legal murderer?
I don't even know. I hope they have really good therapy or things for people that do that job because.
But who's to say that it's not somebody that like wants to kill people?
Yeah,
but just
they found out a way
around a loophole.
Well, I guess they're doing it the legal way. I don't know, or they came from a long line of ancestors of people that were the executioners back in the day, the hangman.
You just gotta follow the family business.
Guillotine, rope
the
puller.
guillotine. It's just a family business, Dad.
I gotta follow in the footsteps.
I didn't have anything else.
Definitely. If you have information about that, how they acquire that job, or if you are the executioner, give us a holler.
Hey,
little guest appearance.
Well, so if you have any case recommendations, any stories to tell us, give us a follow, a like, a share, send us a DM, email us at graveconfessionspodcast@gmail.com. It's all smushed together, one word, Grave Confessions Podcast.
Please send them in. True stories. We love those too.
Yeah, everything. We want all the stories. Give us recommendations. You can follow us on TikTok or Facebook. We do not have an Instagram. No, thank you. I don't like Instagram.
Yeah, I just see a lot of naked chicks on there.
Nice.
I'm not even looking for them either.
Fun. They just find you.
We got the YouTube.
Yes, we do have a YouTube channel. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, any of your favorite streaming platforms. We are available.
Please like, follow, share, influencers.
And that was a Grave Confessions. Thanks for listening.
99.